Good morning, YouTube. I'm Nate and welcome back to the channel, y'all. So today, it is Sunday, May 30th? 31st? It's Sunday, May the 30th, and I woke up about half an hour ago. Yeah, I'm already up and dressed. But I figured what I'd do is I would start my day with you guys. Gonna go in and make myself some breakfast because today starts my diet. Yeah, so I came out to the coop so I could collect this morning's breakfast. As part of my diet, I'm cutting basically all the shit out. The biggest struggle I'm going to have is dropping my soda. I like Mountain Dew. I live in West Virginia, it's Dew country. But I've got a little bit of time before I have to be online for work. So we're gonna go make breakfast. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this morning's breakfast is I'm going to do 2 eggs and a couple slices of toast. I don't go crazy for my morning breakfast. I prefer something pretty light in calories. So like I said, 2 eggs for breakfast. I'm going to scramble them up. I don't do fried eggs. I'm going to put just a little bit of milk in it to thin them out. But these are fresh laid eggs, so these literally just came out of a chicken in the last 12 hours. These are going to be much, much higher in nutrition than what you find in stores. What a lot of people don't know is the store-bought eggs, you know, that you get in a grocery store, they're already several weeks old. And so when you look at an egg white from a fresh chicken or from a freshly laid egg, you can see just how orange it is. Whereas with something that's a little bit older, like you would buy in a store, the egg yolks are going to be a little bit more yellowish. I don't have a store-bought egg to show as comparison because I have 5 laying hens. I don't need to buy eggs. I actually have a slight surplus of eggs at the end of the week, which I fully intend to start selling as soon as I've got my egg selling certificate. Which I was supposed to have that. I could have swore I was supposed to have that like 2 weeks ago. So I really don't know why I haven't gotten it back yet. Looking for my scale. Alright, I'm not going to show you the cooking process, mostly because my stove looks like crap and I don't want you to see it. So you probably saw me drink a cup of tea, as a matter of fact. So you probably saw me drink out of a cup of tea. Just so you know, I don't drink, I mean, I'm Southern, so that means I have a love of tea in my body. In my soul.
Hallelujah, thank God.
And because of that, I grew up drinking tea. Like my whole life, tea drinking. And it's not such a big deal, but a few years back, I'm going to say like 7 years ago at this point, I went to the doctor. And the doctor told me you're drinking too much sugar. His first hint was probably the fact I walked in with like a big 44-ounce Thirst Buster from Circle K out in Phoenix. And he told me, hey, you need to give up sugar. And I laughed at him. And the reason I laughed at him was, I'm a Southern guy. I like my tea. And he goes, well, you got to come off all the sugar. So I switched at the time. I switched over to stevia. And it's a I guess a natural artificial sweetener. Really common, I think, in the South Americas. And I've never gone back. Stevia, it's a 0-calorie sweetener. My tea is 0 calories. It is caffeinated, and I was told to avoid caffeine, but if I don't have caffeine, you'll see me on America's Most Wanted. And yes, I realize that's a crutch. But what can you do? So food's done. I'm going to go eat. I'll check in with you. Actually, so I'm eating 2 eggs for breakfast. I'm logging everything in MyFitnessPal. So 2 eggs, 2 full eggs comes out to 140 calories. But then I also have to add a little milk. Because I didn't have my scale or anything to measure it with, I don't know specifically how much milk I've used. So I'm going to overestimate and say I used 3 ounces of milk. I'm very, very confident that I used less than that, but I'd rather overshoot than undershoot. So right now that leaves me about 1,815 calories left for my day. About 300 of it will be taken up by soda. I am accounting for 2 sodas, 1 at lunch, 1 for dinner. And then I'm also counting for dinner. I have turkey patties in my deep freezer, and those are low calorie and pretty tasty if you lather them up with A1. So that'll be what we do. We'll come out, we'll make lunch here in a little bit, and we'll make dinner. And then basically my day's over. I'm not going to the gym today. It's another rest day. And then I'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay, it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's lunchtime for me. I just now got an opportunity to step away from work. So I'm in the process of starting prep work for my lunch now. I have a piece of chicken that I have thawed out that I'm going to be using. I still don't know where my scale is. I gotta look for that real quick, cause damn. Okay, funny story. Found it. It was in the place where it was supposed to be. Rip. Okay, so I've got most of my stuff put together to go ahead and start actually assembling my lunch. So my diets, and not gonna lie, it is really easy to burn out. But what I do is it's basically chicken salads every day for lunch. It's chicken, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and I'll do a relatively healthy Italian dressing. The one I've got right now, probably not the healthiest, but I don't care. It's day one. Soup. So this is a 1 pound lunch. And you're probably going, oh my god, that is a ton of food. It's really not as much as what you want to think it is. Realistically speaking, if I just eat that salad right now, I'll be hungry again in another couple of hours. Which is why I'm throwing the chicken in there. Throwing the chicken breast in there will add a little bit of flavoring to it, and it'll really help sit on my stomach and keep everything feeling alright. Because right now it's almost 3:30 my time. In another hour, my day at work really kicks off. And so, realistically speaking, I'm not going to have the time to eat. Well, I'm not going to have the time to eat again. I could probably make time and come out here and peel a cucumber. But that is going to come at the end of the night when I understand where I'm at on calorie intake. If I'm still running a calorie deficit, meaning if I'm under my allotment for the day, which is 2,000, that affords me a snack. And I try to pace myself in a way when I'm dieting to where I can have a snack. However, if I do eat a snack tonight, I'll probably go in. I bought some tomatoes at the farmer's market yesterday. And so I'll probably cut those up and eat them. I sprinkle a little salt on them just because tomatoes and salt, I don't care if you're trying to lose weight or not, which I know I need to do something about that. But yeah, I got tomatoes and cucumbers as snacks. And then in another month and a half, my healthiness in terms of food availability is going to increase. I have about a 2,500 square foot garden sitting outside my house. And I've got an entire row of tomatoes out there, an entire row of cucumbers, because those are my 2 favorite veggies. Although, I guess they're more fruit than anything, technically. I think. Not a debate I want to get into, but I got those 2 rows, then I've got peppers, squash, lettuce. There's some lettuce, there's some cabbage out there. I've got potatoes, which potatoes are very high in carbs and starch. But carbs aren't my problem. My problem is sitting on my ass and eating crappy and not getting exercise. So when I calculate all of my food intake up to right now, I haven't eaten yet, but when I calculate my meals, I have consumed 786 calories of food and drink today. Meaning I have 1,214 calories left. So if I don't snack, I am going to miss my calorie goal, which is a real big problem for me. Right now, not so much because I'm in the early stages of weight loss. But here in another month or two, that will become a problem. And the reason it becomes a problem is I like weight training. And for me to maintain my gains, I need to increase protein intake. Not to mention I need to have the energy. And if when I'm significantly under 2,000 calories, I'm lethargic. I need right about 2,000 calories a day to function personally. And so the gym can get a little rough, which can mess with my motivation to actually go. So that's lunch. I'll check in with you for dinner. All right. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's time for my dinner. Yeah, I understand it's a little late, but I go to bed about 11, 12 o'clock. And the last hour I'm awake is pretty quick. I usually go down and pick fiance up from work, and then I'm home and in bed. So I have with me this. These are seasoned turkey burgers from Kroger. 85% lean, 15% fat. You can get them in 93.7, but this is where I'm going to say I like the flavor when there's a little bit more fat to them. So what I typically do as part of my diet dinner is I will eat 2 of these burgers. They're 270 calories a piece, meaning I'm going to consume a total of 540 calories. However, if you remember earlier, I was only at 800 calories consumed. I'll have to look at my phone. Okay. 1,214 calories remaining, meaning even after I eat 2 of these and put A1 on them and have a soda, because remember, 2 sodas a day right now. That'll be dropping down, but I'm an absolute nightmare when I'm detoxing from caffeine. Because I know how bad I can get when I'm coming off of caffeine, I will more or less just take it slow. So right now it's going to be 2 sodas a day for this week. Next week it'll probably be 1 soda a day. And then the week after that, I'll get all my caffeine from coffee, which, yes, calories, I get it. And my tea. Teas, once I've come off heavy caffeine consumption, tea is usually more than enough. And that's it. But that's my food consumption for a single day. Once I've made my mind up to diet, I'm very adamant that I follow that diet plan. So once my food's consumed for today, I'm done. No matter how hungry I feel, I'll be miserable probably in the last 20 minutes I'm up. But that's the price I have to pay to, not die at 50. Then I'll do it to lose the weight, In the meantime, guys, like, share, subscribe. Seriously, subscribe. I want to build this channel, way bad. I'd initially said that this wasn't going to be all about my weight loss, but my weight loss is such a big component of my life. I can't really talk about my life without frequently talking about my weight loss. So this is going to be more of a hybrid, a vlog and a weight loss journey. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Give me some encouragement. Say, hey, fatty, you don't suck at life or something. In the meantime, guys, thanks for hanging out.